It's wrong for me to cling to you. Somehow I just needed time.
I remember weeping over this song when I was about 17.
Right,
yeah,
right.
Because I had this girlfriend at the time. Who was going? Her parents were from two different countries.
Okay.
One was father was from Singapore. Her mother was from Austria.
Right.
And she went to Austria for Christmas.
Right.
And we were very much in love.
Yes.
And I was terribly sad that she wasn't going to be with me for Christmas. And I used to play this song all the time.
She's going to engage in physical activity with a big, strong, handsome Austrian boy when she got back to Austria.
What?
Is that right?
Why would you say that?
Well, because that's probably why you were crying. You don't have any emotions.
That's not true.
For relationships with human beings.
No, she broke my heart, that girl.
Well, yeah, because she thought that she was going to be, indulging
she
in...
Didn't. No, she didn't. No, she was also upset. But in those days, it was very difficult because
and
there was no mobile phones.
What became this relationship?
Well, when we both went to university, she actually applied. The reason I went to Bath University, which was funnily enough where I ended up meeting my future wife.
That's right, yeah.
The only reason I applied to go there was because she said she was going to go there. So
Right.
I thought, well, I might as well apply to go to Bath as well.
Yeah.
And she was a language specialist, so she was going to study German, right?
Right.
And she ended up instead...
They have ways of making you learn at the Bath University.
Yeah, all right, calm down. Thanks for that. Anyway, so she ended up doing her degree at UCL. And,
University College London.
Such a long time ago that we used to actually write to each other because we couldn't afford the phone calls, because we didn't have any money.
Yes.
And there was no mobiles or anything like that.
That's right.
And I used to write her love letters. And after about the first...
You used to write a love letter?
Yeah.
How pathetic.
How is that pathetic?
I'd love to see some of those love letters.
Why would you? They're personal.
You
private.
barely write. That's why it took you so long to get into journalism.
Yeah, I think you'll find I'm the one that wrote for the Sunday Times. You're the one that couldn't get out of tabloid muck-breaking.
Oh, excuse me.
So there's no question about who's a better writer. Here's the thing.
I was a Fleet Street legend.
Yeah, I know. That's why nobody wants to see you anymore. Here's the point. So I after about 3 or 4 weeks of being away in the first sort of term of the autumn, she started not returning the love letters.
Well, that doesn't surprise me at all.
What do you mean doesn't surprise you?
Well, she met some real bloke in London, didn't she?
Well, when you
London's
say
a big
real
city
bloke,
and all that,
when you say a real bloke...
Well, you were a callow youth of 17 in those days.
I was
no
18
money,
by
no
then.
ideas. 18, yeah.
She was 18 as well.
So what happened?
Anyway, so I decided I better go and see if I could find her.
Right.
Which obviously was the reason I became such a good journalist, because I went and decided to doorstep her. I wasn't even a journalist in those days.
Did you have any money to get the train to London?
I think I hitchhiked.
Hitchhiked to London?
I used to hitchhike quite a lot in those days.
Right.
Anyway, got to London, found the languages department, found the building that she was supposed to be in, right? And remarkably, like a movie this was, like a scene from a film.
Yeah.
I walked up the stairs, several flights of stairs, one of those very empty sort of academic buildings.
Yeah, I know.
And as I got to the corridor where
Because academics don't do much work.
Well, there's hardly ever anybody there.
Yeah, they never do anything.
Yeah, and so, well, they do a lot of thinking. Anyway, so I got to the opening of this sort of corridor where I thought was maybe where she might be.
Did she know you were coming, by the way?
No, of course not.
See,
no, I didn't tell her.
Stalking her, right?
So, no, not stalking, no, just doing a little bit of, love-lorn research.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, she walks around the corner.
Yes.
And it was parquet flooring, so you could hear the click, click, click of the shoes.
Yes.
And she's walking down the corridor with another guy holding his hand.
Good God.
She was holding his hand.
And did she see you?
No.
She didn't see you?
No.
So what did you do?
I went up to her.
I was going to say, she rushed up and knocked the other bloke to the floor with a shoulder barge.
Well, I didn't want to do that. That would be wrong. That would be wrong.
Well, I don't believe in physical assault under any circumstances.
What about when you're beating off the moped muggers?
Well, yeah, but they were trying to kill me, so I had to sort of hit back, you know what I mean?
They really wanted your watch and your car. Anyway, so I was absolutely heartbroken. Incredibly sad.
So how did the conversation go?
I just said hello.
What did
she
say?
Looked very embarrassed. But then basically told me that she'd met this other guy.
Yeah.
He kind of wandered off.
She didn't have the decency to write to you and say your history.
No.
You are toast.
No, and do you know what she did then?
You are yesterday's man.
Do you know what she did
Must
then?
be a terrible feeling. No, what she did then?
It wasn't good. She had given me, as a gift, right, a Dunhill lighter.
Right, she asked for it back.
Rather expensive Dunhill lighters, which in those days cost about 75, 80 quid.
My God.
It was like solid gold.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
From her parents,
probably, yeah. We all had lighters in those days, we all smoked. She asked for it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What she actually said then, can I have my lighter back, please? You want to give it to the other bloke?
I guess so.
God, you'd been well and truly turned over.
And I bought her jewellery and stuff. I never asked for any of that back.
Yeah.
You know, I sometimes think that the rest of my life was
Shaped by that.
Shaped by that terrible experience.
And the journey back to Bath, how was that?
Not good.
Another
a lot of weeping.
A lot of weeping.
Yeah.
Good.
So you have no compassion.
What a complete
So you have no
mug.
compassion for me. I tell you a story about myself. I bare my soul to you because it's a Christmas special here for the Two Mics and talkSPORT, and all you do is mock me.
Complete mug trailing around after a woman who's worked you out to be one of life's great losers.
Well, actually, no.
And giving you the elbow, big star, and couldn't even be bothered telling you.
Actually,
no.
no.
You know when the letters stopped arriving that you had the tin tack.
The story has a final chapter.
Oh, yeah, go on, yeah.
You think it's all over, but it's not yet.
Right, go
because
on.
I was in a place called not the Spaniards, in Jack Straw's Castle. You might remember the name of
the
pub
Yeah, I know
on top of Hampstead Heath, right?
I do, yeah.
About,
Very
I don't
nice
know
pub.
how many years later, but probably about 6 years later.
Yes.
I was in there with the woman who became my wife.
Right.
I don't think we were yet married.
Right.
Having a drink, by which time I'd become an incredibly successful journalist.
Yeah, sure.
Living and working in Manhattan.
Right, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And she walks in.
Right. Yeah.
With another, well, I don't know if it was the same guy, I didn't remember his face.
I can't remember, no.
But we said hello.
Yeah.
And she sat down. And we had a very tense conversation for about 5 minutes.
Really? Why? Why'd you bother?
Well, because she wanted to talk to me.
What for?
I don't know. Maybe she realised she'd made a mistake.
Yeah, maybe she realised that,
She maybe realised she made a
didn't
mistake.
have anything better to do that day.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
And she sat down, and of course, the woman who I was with was not that keen.
I shouldn't think
so. She
Susan
gave a
was.
short shrift.
Yeah, exactly.
Gave a short shrift.
Got a feisty woman, Susan.
Yeah,
so,
gave a short shrift, and in the end,
she
went away with the tail between her legs, thinking I made a massive mistake.
How do you know that? She never said that.
I could
tell.
I could tell.
Anyway, listen, that's all very well, these love-lorn stories
well, why
on
don't you
Christmas
tell us
Day.
one of your love-lorn stories? You haven't got any because you've never loved anyone apart from yourself.
I've never
You're
cried.
so selfish.
I've never cried about a woman,
You've never cried about anything.
or a parting relationship
No,
like that.
you have no compassion.
I genuinely have never felt broken-hearted about a relationship, you know?
Well, you never had one.
I have had loads.
It's lasted more
I've
about
had
2
loads.
nights.
I've had loads. It's like
Rubbish.
that Roger Taverner, that legendary guy that we talked about
You're not supposed
all of
to talk
last
about
year.
him.
We're lost, no longer bound. Where I'm no longer bound, and I can let go now.